What's up, everybody? How's it going? It is late Friday night. Well, it's not late here. It's about 11 p.m. But I thought I was thinking of a video I wanted to do. And I thought, you know what? Right now is a good time to do it. It's quiet. There's a light mist of rain outside. You can barely hear it, just barely hitting the top of the van. And it's very relaxing. But I wanted to get this video done. I had been thinking about this for a few days now. And it's not going to be detailed into products I have for first aid or anything like that, but I'm just going to tell you my opinion about being certified first aid CPR, and that I think it's a very good deal. But you know, I was a caregiver for 15 years before I retired, and I'm certified still, but you have to do it every 2 years, and I am so glad that I have mine. So I had never had to use it at work because we always had nurses there, you know. So I worked in a caregiving facility, and but I've had to use it in just life outside of work twice. I performed CPR on 2 different people, and they both lived, and it was. After that, I swore I would always stay certified. It's so worth it. You just never know what's going to happen around you, or to someone you know, or with you, or you know, even if something happened to you, if you're able to tell somebody what to do or whatever, it is good to know. I don't regret it one bit, and so, but I was thinking, you know, being on the road and being different camping spots, or if you're boondocking with friends, or you're boondocking by yourself, or you run into somebody that's hurt or needs help, you know what to do in those situations. You know that way you're not panicked, and you can stay calm and know what to do to help that person that's hurt or in need, or injured in some way. And you know, you not always wear a cell phone to get signal. You know, it's just good to know, I think. And you know, and especially I was thinking too, families that, you know, now a lot of families are on the road full time, and I think it would be good, you know, you have your kids with you, you guys are boondocking, one of them get hurt, a cut, God forbid it, but you know, something happened, you know what to do. You can apply some help to the situation in the right way. If you can't get out on a phone line or something until you can get the proper help there, you know what you're doing. And so yes, in my opinion, I believe that you should be, at least one person in the family be CPR first aid certified. I think it's a great idea. I really, really do. And because like I said, the 2 times that I had to use it, I was very scared. It was scary. The one lady had a heart attack. I knew exactly what was going on with her. I could tell her lips were blue. I mean, I've been around it a lot at work, and but I was first aid certified and CPR certified, so I was comfortable with helping, and that's a big thing too, and staying calm in the situation. But yeah, you know, especially if I was traveling with kids or family members, or several, you know, just me and another person. I think it's great one of you knows CPR. And when you're traveling a lot, you know, you just never know. You never know what's going to happen around you or whatever. So yeah, that's kind of, it's a full-blown yes if I think that somebody, if they're a nomad in some sort of way, or car dweller, van dweller, RVer, it's good to be certified. We'll talk a little bit about first aid kits. Any kind of kit is good to have. I mean, my kit is quite a bit bigger than like a normal one. I mean, I started out with just an everyday kit that, you know, just a cheap little kit I had in my car, and I added to it over the years. And I don't know if you guys have seen in my video the toolbox that's up front. It's a bow tie Chevy toolbox. That's actually my first aid kit. And so yeah, it's full. And you know what? But I started out with one of the cheap little first aid kits. And I just added to it, you know. In mine, I have all kinds of gauze. I have gauze, sterile gauze, pads, gauze wrap, all kinds of gauze. and I have all kinds of tape. I have paper tape, plastic tape, or material tape, like it feels like material. I got tape that you use, like if you got to keep something, pressure on something, like a compound, like a hole, or like a puncture wound, and you're keeping pressure on it. I've got tape for that. I have Coban in there, which is they use it. First time I ever seen it used when I was a kid. They use it on horses to wrap their tendons or legs. But you got to know what you're doing with it, and that's part of taking a first aid class. But I have a thermometer. I have a bottle of aspirin, a bottle of Tylenol. I have Clear Eyes. I have triple antibiotic ointment. I have saline. I always make sure and have saline. I have an extra can of saline. I think saline is one of the best things you can have in a first aid kit. Now, my friend has a killer first aid kit. They have an EpiPen in theirs. I don't. I would like to get an EpiPen. That would be cool. I've got pretty much everything else. I've got a blood pressure cuff for the wrist. You put on the wrist. I've got 2 pocket masks. They're called pocket masks. They're in a plastic, like a triangle case, plastic case. And that's why if you got to perform CPR, you have a proper mask to help protect yourself. I have 2 of those, and then I also have one small one on my keychain. Those are a big thing to have. The last first aid class I took, a CPR class, they gave us one, but the other one I had bought, and the one on my keychain was part of the course that the one I took, or the class I took. I think the only other thing in there is probably iodine, a little bit of iodine. Trying to think anything odd that you won't see in the normal. The only thing I really need to get for my first aid kit is a sling. Or you can make a sling out of anything, but I just want one to keep in there. First aid kit is a very, very big deal to me, but the knowledge of to use what's in that kit is the best thing to have. And once again, you need to do it. You need to get somebody in your family. If it's just you traveling by yourself, but if there's several of you, one of you get a first aid and CPR class done. Man, this wet weather's kind of getting me, my throat kind of raw. I think it's kind of chilly in here. I have that door open so I can get Wi-Fi reception. Without that door open, we don't get very good Wi-Fi or phone reception in my van. It's all aluminum and it's like a blocker. I got it open right now and it's raining. It's kind of chilly. But anyway, and the wonderful thing, like I said earlier, you can get these classes online. Now, I know the Red Cross has, if you Google it, Red Cross has a class, a first aid class. I think it's better to do it in person if you can. I don't know if you can with the COVID. And I don't know how they do that CPR class online. I've only taken the first aid online, but I went to a in-person class with the CPR. So I don't know about that online. You might check into it. But that is a big one, man. That is something to have. CPR first aid certified. And I don't regret it one bit. It's definitely was a blessing, and I'm glad I did it. But I was just thinking about this the other day, and I thought this would be a good subject to talk about. I don't, some of us, we may not think about it when we start this life, but yeah, you guys should check it out. Go check out your local, where you're at, if they have classes or if they have what you want online. But like I said, you can check out the Red Cross one. It is online. And it's not expensive. I think the least expensive one I seen was $12 or $13, and the most expensive one was $25. So that's not bad, and it's well worth it. You may save somebody's life. You may save your own life. You never know. All right, guys. Well, that's about all I got for you tonight. Thanks for hanging out with me. Fun talking to you. So take care of yourselves. Take care of each other, and I'll see you on the next one.